Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope all is well. So, I've been trying to listen to some newer music to try to learn. It really doesn't do anyone any good to play music that people don't know, because you might as well just play your own then at that point if you're a writer. And so, this new country, as I say, like within the last 10 to 12 years, I was living in Nashville writing songs on the road and got some cuts and that kind of stuff, but I saw the writing on the wall. There was a proliferation of hip-hop cadence and vernacular, and the music was already very, very simple and dumbed down, but then they brought that type of cultural jargon and vibe in there, and I just said I was referencing the Beatles and Queen, and it doesn't make a difference. You could reference anything good with challenging melodies and interesting chord changes, things like that. That stuff is poo-pooed and just shot down in country. It's also completely poo-pooed and shot down in modern pop music. And so you've seen the crossover between modern pop, hip-hop influenced pop, and the country. And then the artists themselves. When I say artists, I use that term loosely. These are dudes who, these are untalented individuals who barely can sing, barely play. And this is a blanket statement. I'm sure there's some talented guys in there that once in a while one slips through. But by and large, they're very generic. You get the same pool of idiots writing the songs, and my philosophy on this is, for the one or two times a quarter I get a request for something like that, it's not worth it for me to waste my time learning crappy music. And my philosophy is, don't play shitty music. If you're at a place with an extremely young crowd, which I personally think is probably pretty rare, since young people don't listen to or value live played music. Their music is different. We're more apt to go see a concert with a DJ or a rave or electronica type fest, Burning Man thing, or with rave music going. And if you're young and you feel like learning the tunes all the time, I used to learn songs all the time. I would add 5-10 tunes a month to my list back in the day. But because there was so much good music coming out, and it was new, and it was on the radio, live music was a bigger part of our culture. My age group, I should say. It's not anywhere near the part of the culture of the young people. But if you feel like it, and you feel like working on these new songs, pop songs, and I've seen some young guys come up and they'll do their version of the hits of today on guitar, and they play to that kind of crowd and stuff, and that's your niche. That's fine. For what I do, for where I play, for all the gigs, I don't personally need to continue working on that. My criteria and my advice to anybody else's criteria is just play great music. Challenging melodies that you can handle. Anybody can handle any melody. You just change the key. That's the key. You have to be a good enough musician to know how to change keys, though. You got to be able to play chords. Play the black key chords. You got to be able to learn how to do it. But play great songs that'll never die. Just it doesn't. Say, ice baby. Now go listen to the real song, Under Pressure. Go listen to the chords, go listen to the bridge, go listen to where it goes, how it lifts, where it goes. I could go on, and I've done videos about this, about how crappy music today is compared to music back in the day. But it holds true. There's an element. There's not an element of truth to it. There's a 100%, ultra preponderance of truth in that. The music is just stupid, dumbed down. And we had easy music too, Johnny Cash, 3 chords, blues, whatever, but there was an element to it that was real. It wasn't contrived bullshit. If you're a songwriter and especially a Nashville somewhere or a former, or you were there, you'll know how contrived that shit is. I mean, I could predict the fucking next lyric on most of these songs. It's so bad. So I'm not learning them, and it's not going to preclude me or prevent me from getting gigs. And I don't feel like it'll prevent most people. I think you should just play great music. And, you know, if something is overplayed on the radio all the time, for years and years and years, it gets stale. And, you know, you just got to go by what you get requested for. And that comes from years and years and years and years of doing it. Requests and requests. After a while, you get to know what a certain age group likes. And so you read the room. You read the room. You see a room full of people in their 50s, 40s to 50s predominantly. Okay, I got it. That's me. I know exactly what kind of music they want to hear. Because I know from years of playing to that crowd exactly what they're going to request from thousands and thousands of gigs. And that's how you get experience. And, you know, that's why I'm not a fan of learning new music. If new music sounded like, you know, Night at the Opera or Glass Houses or Abbey Road or something great, and it was popular, and our society listened to that and valued that, I would love it. I would be all over it. I would probably still be writing songs again because I would be so inspired. But that's just not the case. So I try to play the most uplifting, inspiring music out there that is in my wheelhouse. And I would encourage you to do the same. Don't fall prey to the I have to learn new music. How about learn as much great music as you possibly can? All right, there's your tip for the day from Uncle Sugar. All right, I'll see you later. Peace.